It's the Fatboy Show on your number one station, RX Radio. How are you doing today? This beautiful Tuesday. It is the 27th of December, 2022. And still, as a nation, we have no access to Facebook. Well, that's if you're not using a VPN, which if you are, then you have been accessing Facebook, but with all kinds of inconveniences attached to it. As you know, the president, in the lead up to the 2021 presidential elections, banned Ugandans from accessing Facebook because apparently Facebook prevented or rather shut down several accounts, Facebook accounts belonging to NRM supporters online. And you know, it's the information age. When you start meddling in people's social media accounts, you can impact outcomes of elections and political processes. Just look at all the heat Twitter is getting for their suppression of various forms of information during the lead up to the 2020 elections there in the US. Well, for us, our president got really pissed when Facebook shut down several, regime sympathizing accounts. And so they said to Facebook, all right, we're kicking you out. We're blocking Ugandans from accessing Facebook. Now, you would think that the president would first stop to think of how that might affect Ugandans, because it's not truly a punishment to Facebook. It's turned out to be a punishment to Ugandans, Olive, because we, and as you mentioned this the other day, because Ugandans engage in a lot of online trade now, mostly thanks to the president's 2-year lockdown, which forced people to engage in online retailing. We are the ones who have suffered the brunt of his decision to block access to Facebook. And these VPNs have been really a big headache. So yesterday we were talking about how he mentioned that if Facebook were to get their act together, then he would reconsider granting them access again.
Yes.
Now, in response to the president's remarks, former presidential candidate and leader of the People's Front for Transition, retired Colonel Dr. Kizza Besigye, has castigated President Museveni for bragging about closing Facebook. And according to Besigye, the president should not be proud that Facebook has been inaccessible in Uganda, because he noted that contrary to the president's claims, closing Facebook in Uganda has in fact hurt the country in terms of revenue. Besigye says that as the president brags regarding the closure of Facebook in Uganda, Mark Zuckerberg's revenue for 2021 grew to 117 billion from 86 billion in 2020. Although Dr. Besigye, right now Facebook's revenues are not very good.
But every tech company is struggling.
But it has nothing. It has nothing to do with Uganda. It's more to do with the
economy,
the recession, and this gamble called Meta that he placed all his chips in.
Yes.
So anyway, Besigye also added that Uganda's 2021 GDP was only 40 billion in comparison to Facebook's revenue of 2021, which was 117 billion. So according to Besigye, Uganda's many businesses that used Facebook for advertising and promoting their businesses in various other ways have suffered from the Facebook's closure. So in the meantime, what is Uganda doing? Besigye says Uganda is borrowing from moneylenders to survive, and Museveni was even forced to travel to the US to beg for help.
That was quite heavy.
So this is the African Heads of State Summit.
Yes, the US Africa Leaders Summit.
That took place in Washington last week. So, hey, no disagreement from me. He's right.
I wish I could disagree, but I'm all in agreement. I mean, the guy is dropping bullets and pearls, and he's right.
So, yeah, so to the president, I think time has come that I feel like if I were the president, he should just sort of let this go quietly. Don't even announce that we're reopening access to Facebook. Just let it happen slowly. Let people just figure it out.
Surprise us, like suddenly we can access without having to first connect our VPNs.
Right.
Do it. Don't take the coward's way out if you must.
Because I think in so doing, he would save face. And there have been times when, haven't you had that experience also, where sometimes you're on Facebook and yet the VPN is off?
That's right. It happens all the time. Of course, away from Wi-Fi, because when you're in Wi-Fi, you can access Facebook. You don't need a VPN to do that.
Oh, because the Wi-Fi provider or your service provider probably is running their own VPN.
Yeah, and of course the other thing is that with Wi-Fi, it doesn't recognize my actual country. It will recognize me being in some other, with
VPN.
With VPN. So I think even the Wi-Fi provider, there is something they do. Maybe they have their own VPN, so I don't have to activate mine.
Okay. Oh, okay. So maybe that's it. Maybe it's when I've been using Wi-Fi that I've not been having problem accessing.
And no trouble with VPNs, stopping your other apps from working.
Mm-hmm.
But, away from the business side of it, though it is still the major reason why Facebook should actually be kept running. But in this information age, how do you even take information or access to the same from your people? Make it make sense.
It makes no sense. And as we mentioned, primarily young people are utilizing social media and this technology to create opportunities for themselves, opportunities which this government certainly has not created for them.
Exactly. I mean, there are people running businesses, not selling products, but selling services, like influencers. And some people here in Uganda scoff at influencers, but you have seen the trends. You've seen people that are getting big deals by Spotify or, other companies just by the way they influence services and products for other companies. Now, no Facebook means no money.
That's right. So the influencers, their reach is limited because of the whole VPN thing. Although, you know what? They still have access to other platforms. So, for example, so far TikTok, you can access Twitter. So maybe that's where the influencers can...
but it depends on your target audience. Because... like we have normally said, and how most people believe, that Facebook is for old people and TikTok and Snapchat for younger people, and maybe Instagram in between. So if my target audience is mainly on Facebook, then you've cut me off. And this is not the time when you cut off your people. This is a time because URA every year is increasing taxes in one sector or another. So you cannot still do that and then take away one avenue of getting money.
Wow. So I think the president has his work cut out for him. Give Uganda a New Year's present. I mean, Christmas has passed, so that's gone.
Yeah.
But for New Year's, we can get a present.
Yes.
Grant Ugandans the gift of free access to Facebook come 1st of January 2023. I think Ugandans will be very happy. And if you want, you can do it quietly. Don't even announce it. And so you will save face while making life convenient for Ugandans. So that's our message to the president ahead of the new year. You're listening to the Fatboy Show on RX Radio. Don't go anywhere. We still got plenty of cool songs coming your way.